Welcome to the Mystic Personas. So we're going to work on the shadows that block money and success and their patterns. So certain mystic shadow personas directly block financial growth, career success, business expansion, because they create this internal resistance or sabotage the opportunities, distort decision making. So here are some the most powerful success blocking shadows, and we'll go over their limiting patterns and the cycle that keeps individuals or us stuck in these particular shadows that really block our success. So going to the first one is called the Voidcaster. The Voidcaster really overthinks and leads to inaction, missed opportunities, and stagnation in any kind of decisions. So the self-sabotaging patterns of this particular persona, you overanalyze every possible failure scenario instead of taking action. Delay launching or investing, scaling because you are quote unquote not ready. Rejecting emotional intelligence and intuition, and really relying only on a cold logic that, the numbers or the data, nothing in intuition at all. Seeking perfectionism over progress, and really it kills momentum. And success never materializes because you're never actually pulling the trigger. So really, how do we break the cycle of the Voidcaster? So today, make one bold decision today without over-researching. Take an imperfect action rather than waiting for the perfect plan. And really trust that this happens through movement, not endless thinking. So it's really aligning with the Oracle of Wisdom. The Oracle of Wisdom is the one that, instead of over-analyzing, and same with the Wisdom Age, this is the core. So we have the shadow here that we're working on, the shadow that is limiting our success. Now we have the core. What is basically the daily persona that helps us really get out of the shadow? And that is, instead of over-analyzing, make one decision, which really the Oracle will help with. That is keeping that positive mindset and really balancing logic with action. It's time to take action as opposed to over-analyzing to the point where we're not making any choices, any decisions at all. So that is the Voidcaster. We move to the Marauder. The money block on the Marauder is really burning out, control issues, refusal to collaborate, leading to financial really paralysis. And the patterns of this is, if you believe, if you want it done right, you really have to do it yourself. You work harder, not smarter, refusing to delegate, alienate partners, investors, teams, because you do not trust others. You chase short-term victories over long-term sustainability. Burnout really hits you before you really reach the goals that you're laying out for yourself. So really, how do we break this cycle? That's pulling in the Gladiator. So the Gladiator and also the Oracle of Unity. So if we really stay on the Gladiator is really delegate at least one major task this week. So rebuilding that collaboration, which is what the Gladiator does. The Gladiator isn't about anger and frustration. It really is the counter to this, because when we can really get in those negative self-talk or those negative patterns, it really moves us to the shadow, and the shadow of the Marauder. And it's time to collaborate, and that it is okay to delegate, especially to your team members, family, whoever is in your particular circle that is trustworthy, that's been helping you, or just listen to what you're saying. So that is something that can really help, and really moving out of this hustle mode. So the Marauder is the hustle mode. I gotta go, which leads to the burnout. And the Gladiator is someone who is a strategic leader. And the Oracle of Unity, to give you another thing to do today, is write down one thing you're carrying alone and ask who could help lighten your load. Reach out to them today, which is very interesting, because that really goes into what we're talking about with the Marauder. So align with the Oracle of Unity today to really turn those lone battles into shared victories. So start to collaborate and bring in help. Let's move to the Shade. The next shadow that really blocks financial success is the shade. The money block is really on the shade is mistrust, indirect communication, sabotage in leadership, and really the lack of credibility. And they don't believe that they're credible themselves because it is this constant, you're hiding, manipulating through influence. And so this can be a very big struggle. And so how these sabotaging patterns happen with this particular shadow is avoiding direct confrontation and making deals in secrecy, manipulating outcomes instead of speaking with clarity, cultivating really a brand that sounds good but lacks authenticity. So there's not a lot of trust there. Making promises, but struggling with delivering and really follow through, and attracting misaligned clients, investors, team members, friends, because either like the message that you're saying is unclear or your actions aren't correlating with your words. And so that's who you are attracting. So how do we move out of the shade to break this cycle? So I'm going to bring in the Herald. The Herald is the core persona that really speaks the truth. They state the message or what they're talking to individuals about very clear and concise. You love to hear the Herald because it just rings this authenticity. So really moving out of somebody that is speaking with ambiguity and moving into speaking truths. And that's really brings in the oracle, pretty easy, oracle of truth, is really bringing in that communication that builds trust rather than destroys trust. So aligning with words with actions and really having that consistency and build wealth through honesty and clarity. So that shade is a gnarly one for sure. The Hermit, I've seen a lot of these, and I'll go over these two last ones in our patron section and really dive deep into the Vampire and the Striver, because those are very deep dive, and those are also what we call level 3 and level 2. We've really talked about the level 1s here that block. These are more advanced. So these ones we'll go over in the patron section. So the Hermit. The Hermit is someone who isolates themselves. And this has been happening quite a bit over the past few years as we know it. And really the money block here is withdrawing from visibility, opportunities, leads to missed successes and stagnant income. So many people, this one has been such a challenge I've seen, where you just want to stay in bed. You don't want to do anything. You don't have any motivation. It really is this kind of this uphill battle, and you don't even know what you're battling. There's just this exhaustion that happens. And you're not alone in this, Hermit. There are so many people that have really struggled with falling into, hey, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do anything, the motivation isn't there. So what are some of these patterns other than that? So avoiding showing up publicly. So really, you drop off of social media, you do not go to any like collaborative efforts, and you really stay isolated. Procrastinating on launching or pitching ideas or selling, anything that you're just procrastinating. The Hermit is somebody that always procrastinates and always has an excuse. And you believe that you're not ready or that you need more time to figure things out. And there's missed out investments, partnerships, clients, because you're really unseen, isolating, creating a stagnant either business or cash flow. And so it really pinches off the growth here. So the Nomad is the core persona that really is the counter to the Hermit. The Nomad is someone that can really go with the flow. They're very easygoing. They do not jump to conclusions. They do not jump to more of that rigidity. They're very fluid individuals, and they really love to have fun and just enjoy. The Nomad is an explorer. And we do have the Oracle of Reconnection. So that really goes hand in hand with this isolation, really reconnecting. So how do we break this cycle? And this is really showing up today. So showing up today, whether that's making a post, go live, pitch your idea, and how about commit to one bold move every week to stay visible. So whether that be networking, whether that be social media, and then also networking with people who inspire action, not isolation. You know how they always say that those you surround yourself with, same kind of concept. If you're surrounding yourself with people that are just wanting to be a hermit, of course it's going to be so much easier. And if other people are struggling around you and they're really in your network, then how about you move into the Oracle of Reconnection, really reconnecting with everybody, kind of pulling people out of their hermitized lifestyle right now to really bring them to, a network or collaborating with people that really want to go back into the world of opportunity. So which shadow, if we look at who we've talked about today, the Voidcaster, the Marauder, the Shade, or the Hermit, which one hits you the most? If this reading, if you know of anybody that is really struggling with one of these shadows, if you can share it with them to help them on their day and really start making shifts where we can start moving out of the shadows that are controlling us, that are controlling outcomes of success, that are controlling our daily patterns and habits, and really moving into the cores and the oracles of doing something different. Otherwise, again, if doing the same thing over and over again of these shadows has not really worked. So time to really step out of that shadow, and time for something new, something bold. So which did you resonate with? Please like, subscribe, and share with those you believe this would benefit. And we'll see you again